Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be discussing the newest makeup announcements and releases. So welcome back, and it's now again time for my every other weekly makeup news video. And wow, I mean, is every indie brand launching something on Black Friday or in the Black Friday week? Because I feel that I was already like thinking that when we had all the mainstream brands doing their holiday launches by the end of by the time like we were halfway through November, I was thinking that okay, we might get like a couple of items, but maybe indie brands are going to be a bit more quiet. But no, it seems that first we had the mainstream brands launching all their holiday stuff already at the beginning of the fall, and now for the Black Friday, all the indie brands went like that, yeah, we're gonna launch now our last launches for the year for the Christmas time. So yeah, this is, how should I say, I'm a bit overwhelmed, but luckily a lot of these products have been sent out to influencers in PR, which has actually like, how should I say, it has considerably helped in, at least for me, deciding that if I want to get any of these, then are they actually worth getting. Something also you should maybe consider that even though most of these products are, well, some of these have already launched, but even though there's going to be a lot of products here that are going to launch on Black Friday, because they're new products, they most likely won't be on sale, so that's just something to consider. And before we move forward, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my dishwasher. I have a limited amount of Sunday I can film, so if you hear any background noises, it's my dishwasher. But we have a lot of talk about, and as always, images will go here, and all the like accounts that I've gotten the images from will be on my description box, so you can find information on there. But let's start talking about new makeup and launches. And if anyone's thinking, yes, I'm wearing a red lip today, it's actually one of the, it's a Makeup Revolution lip product that's in my current like makeup rotation, and it looked very muted when I bought it, but actually on my lips it's looking like straight out red. So yeah, we're doing something bolder. Let's go to now my product folder on Instagram, and yeah, we have there's a lot. So something that I did feature in, you saw a sneak peek of this one on my previous video, but they revealed this when I was editing this, so I wasn't able to get this on my previous video. So this is already out, so this is the Nomad cosmetic, and this is called It's That Time of the Year New Polar Express palette, and this is basically their holiday palette. I mean, it's obviously very Christmas themed. I was initially quite excited about this one, but then when I saw the insides and thought that, oh, it's a maturity blue palette, that's sort of where the company lost me. So for me, this was an easy no, yes, I can do without this one. But if you are interested in this kind of a color story, because I have heard that Nomad Cosmetics is a quite popular indie brand and it has gotten quite good reviews. You can always also find quite a lot of reviews of this one already on YouTube, so go watch reviews if you like the color story and then get this one. Nomad is gonna have this video is gonna go live during the Black Friday week. Nomad is having a bit of a, I did a separate Black Friday deals like video, it's up on my channel, and it discussed that Nomad is having a bit of a complicated Black Friday deals, so you should definitely check out what are their Black Friday deals for different days and then make calculations depending on how many palettes you're planning to buy from them, that is it worth buying this before Black Friday or on their like sort of collective sale during like Cyber Monday when they're gonna have whole site 30% off. So yeah, but with this individual palette, because it's blue heavy palette, it's not for me, and also all the rest of the colors, they are a bit more on the muted side, so this was a easy skip. Ensley Rain, we're gonna actually talk to Ensley Rain releases in this video, but I'm first gonna talk the smaller ones separately because this is again already available. So apparently this 6-pan mini palette theme is something that they're gonna be doing now for some time now, at least based on the influencers that I have watched who get PR from the brand have said that this is actually gonna be our running theme. And they have now released the second palette in this line, so this is the Happy Go Lucky and this has a bunny in it. For me again, because it's a 6-pan, if this would have been an 8-pan or a 10-pan, I could be excited about this one, but with 6-pan, at least this particular color story, this is, I think, again quite neutral leaning. I think also the previous one they launched was quite neutral leaning, but this just doesn't, how should I say, didn't get me excited, so for me this is a skip, but if you are interested in this one, you can already get it from Ensley Rain's website. So Catrice is doing already their winter launch, so Catrice's holiday collection, it's already actually available also already on our country, so it was quite quick to come. But aside from holiday, they're doing this Arctic illusion. I do have to say this is making much more sense than the Essence stuff that we're gonna be discussing in this video. So I think this is like very appropriate to the time of the year, like this sort of icy highlighter. There's lip glosses and what else? There might be a... Is that one of those sort of glittery mascaras? At least it looks like it could be. Yeah, but and then there's a makeup brush that sort of has an ice design on it. I think this is actually one of the better limited edition collection Catrice has done. I don't buy these limited edition collections. I only buy usually from Catrice and Essence their fall and spring launches, which are bigger launches. But I do think in terms of design and the products they have chosen, this is actually one of the better limited edition stuff Catrice has done. Okay, and then a palette for that I did almost like think for a second that yeah, that would be nice, and then I was thinking that I think I have enough Charlotte Tilbury-esque Pillow Talk palettes in my collection to justify buying this one. So Florasis, which is a Chinese indie brand, and I have actually now looked this palette up so many times, and I, for example, know that you could actually get this now on a Black Friday deal, so it's like kind of tempting me, but anyway. So this is in the Floral Engraving Phoenix Makeup Palette, is in the new shades because they have had these kind of palettes previously. So this is the 04 Burgundy Sunset. You can clearly see where my makeup preferences have been in terms of color stories when I say that it's been pretty like difficult, like trying to tell myself that no, you don't need that one. This is more of, you can see it from this, that you don't get anything like super sparkling multi-chrome shimmers. You have this more sort of like satin kind of shades and then this sort of very muted shimmers, but it's pink, it's beautiful, like, yeah, it's pink, boring, beautiful, something Charlotte Tilbury has done pretty many times. NARS has done this pretty many times. Pat McGrath has done this pretty many times, but it's still very pretty. And Florasis is one of those like much more expensive Chinese indie brands. As I said, I have been looking at in this now for a couple of weeks quite often now, and because I know on Black Friday this would actually be a pretty good deal to buy now. But yeah, I definitely don't need this one, but if you are eyeing this particular palette now, it could be a good time to get it, because on Florasis website there was no limitations, for example, that did the Black Friday discount. They have, I think, minus 25% from their like original prices, and I think it applies to like all the products on the site, so you can get like new products included in that one. So yeah, it's very beautiful, but I'm trying very hard to be good and telling myself that you already have this in the NARS. One of the NARS palettes I got from my trip to Dublin, and I actually do have the sort of, not the original Pillow Talk, but the amped up version of the Pillow Talk quad. So yeah, really hard trying to tell myself that no, this isn't it. L'Oreal is coming out with 2 new mascaras, so these are the Paradise Big Deal mascaras. I haven't yet seen these on our L'Oreal retailers, but I have discussed this before, but that it's a bit strange that what products with L'Oreal come to the European retailers and what go to States first. So this is apparently meant to be buildable volume and length, creates clump resistant lashes no matter how much you layer. The wand is kind of interesting because it kind of looks like it's rounded on the top, but then it sort of goes as a triangle, like triangle shape at the end, so it is definitely interesting. It does have plastic bristles, which I'm not a fan of, but yeah, I did try one of the L'Oreal new mascaras. It was the one that came in the golden packaging at the beginning of the year. That one had the really kind of spiky plastic bristles that I wasn't a fan of. I did kind of think it did give decent like length and separation. This could definitely be something that I could like try out. I don't like usually buy waterproof mascara, so I would definitely take the one that's not waterproof. But it's pretty good that they actually did immediately bring also a waterproof alternative of this one if you want your mascaras to be waterproof. Yeah, if this comes to our country, and currently, because I have been trying to like sort of broaden my mascara range during this year, so I've actually been trying quite many new mascaras during this year, so this could be something I could actually try out when it comes available. If you buy this from US, it's 14 euros, sorry, not 14 euros, 14 US dollars, so in euros it's probably gonna be around 17 or 18 euros. That's usually how the conversion with L'Oreal prices go, because usually they are a bit more expensive when they get to Europe. Melt and Bailey Sarian have apparently done a second collaboration, so this is the Fatally Yours 2, and this isn't my style of makeup, but I can actually like respect. I do think that this actually looks kind of cool and is very on par. I don't watch Bailey Sarian's content, but I do kind of know what kind of aesthetic she has on her channel, and I do think again this matches very well. Melt is not just a brand that I have never gotten interested in, because I think I just got into the makeup YouTube in the phase where they were very on the sort of on top of their hype. They just had the sort of, was it the sort of Muerte palettes that were very popular, and then after that was I think they started going a bit downhill. I think there were some palettes that people had issues with the formulas, and then some of the like color stories people were thinking they were getting repetitive, so I think I maybe just got into makeup YouTube when Melt was already sort of, maybe they had reached their sort of high, but I think that if you like Melt's quality and if you like this sort of aesthetics, I don't think this is a bad collection to try out, because I do know that generally people still think that Melt does quite good quality makeup. There seems to be some lipsticks, and then I think there's actually blushes, and then there's some other products also, and there's quite, I do like the mirror actually, it looks kind of cool. Not something I'm into, but I can actually appreciate how well this is done as a collection. Then a collection that I'm sorry I wasn't a big fan of, and this is pretty, I feel bad saying about this because I do actually like this brand. So Blend Bunny did a sort of triple collaboration. So this was a collab with Glisten Cosmetics and Lindsey Makeup Looks were the collaboration. And Glisten Cosmetics, I do know, is known for their sort of liquid cake liners. And then of course Blend Bunny is known for their eyeshadow palettes, and I do have to say that they have come out, like Blend Bunny has come out with so many rainbow palettes. If they hadn't been releasing so many rainbow palettes, then I could have said that okay, that looks fun. It's not for me because I don't like the tones that the the eyeshadow palette that this collection has, but I could have like gone, okay, well, but it's still like, it's a nice palette, but at this point it just starts feeling that they're just like doing too much of the same thing, even though it's maybe a bit different tones and everything, but yeah, I would hope that Blend Bunny maybe, I don't know is this their last launch of this year, but maybe next year they will maybe take a bit of a breather and then go back to drawing board with their color stories and see, like, it's okay to do colorful palettes, but please give us something else than just the basic rainbow that they have been doing now quite a lot of, at least like during the second half of this year. This again is available, I think, on Blend Bunny's own website, and then I don't know is the Glisten Cosmetics stuff available on their website, but you can like already get this one. Then let's see, what are we having next? Yeah, so Makeup Revolution has expanded their Bream Bright family, so they had previously the highlighters, baked highlighters, and now they're coming out with glowy blushes, and I do think these might be like trying to do just like the highlighters, the Rare Beauty glowy blushes. These are nice, but we all know that I'm not a fan of glowy blush. I would rather have a satin or a full-on matte blush. I just never been a fan of glowy blushes, but these are already available on Makeup Revolution's website if you, for example, like the highlighters and you want to try this kind of blush formula, but for me this is a skip, because for me this isn't a formulation that or the sort of finish in the blush that I like. So we are still having some sort of, well, not mainstream, but we are still having some like holiday launches from also other than indie brands. So Lisa Eldridge has released her gift sets for holiday, and there seems to be one that has the eyeshadow. There seems to be two variations where there are her mascara and two of her liquid eyeshadows, and then there are two variations of lipsticks trios. I think these are like suitable for the brand, so Lisa Eldridge is definitely one of those more like high-end classic makeup, and I do know, for example, that the lipsticks are something that have been very like popular with her. Don't know about the liquid eyeshadows and mascaras, how those have sold, but I think if she did Christmas sets for these, I mean, those must have been also popular products from her. These are skip for me. Lisa Eldridge is still not a product that I have been like seen anything exciting that I think that, oh, that's so exciting that I want to order it, because I would have to order it from her own website. But if you are interested, I do believe these holiday sets are also already available. Just be aware that because it's Lisa Eldridge, these are probably going to be a bit more expensive. Okay, and then to Essence, because I said that unlike with Catrice with Essence, I'm a bit like baffled currently. There's another limited edition collection, and it seems for me now that Essence at least is releasing limited edition collection almost like every week. So this is like my Heart Beats Disco is what it's called, and again with the Essence I feel that they have more merchandise rather than makeup. There seems to be some sort of a keychain. There are some stickers. Is that a lip balm in a disco ball or some kind of glitter? Well, something, and then there's a hair clip, I think, and then there seems to be... Could we please have some silence here? Yeah, I thought the dishwasher is on, so sorry. Where were we? Okay, so then there seems to be one of their, I think that might be either liquid lipstick or lip gloss, and then there is a lip balm in a, is that a lollipop? Or is it the applicator of the lip gloss? Okay, I'm a bit confused about the one object. Sorry. Okay, I'm a bit confused about the one object that you can probably see. There's the sort of applicator that you can see in the image, it's the applicator that's separated from the tube. I'm not sure what that is, and then there's a eyeliner. Yeah, this is a skip for me, and as I said, I'm a bit confused about the collections Essence is coming currently because they don't seem to fit the season. Okay, and then we are having 2025 makeup. Yes, it's gonna be, I think, the day I'm filming this, there's not actually that many weeks of this year left, so buckle up. So Tom Ford is doing quads because what else is Tom Ford gonna do? And they are gonna be launching, these are gonna come out during spring probably because they are leaked already maybe in the beginning of the year. So these are gonna be two new quads in the shade Olive Smoke and Peach Glamour. My question is that these don't really look that different from, especially I'm looking at the Olive Smoke, I can maybe like say that yeah, maybe the navy and olive combined with the neutrals is not maybe that, like it's something different, but then I look at the Peach Glamour and then I'm thinking that Tom Ford must have this like color story a dozen times over. I still haven't like gotten myself that much into luxury makeup or I'm thinking that buying a Tom Ford quad would be a good idea, but these definitely aren't appealing to me, so these are an easy skip. Oh yeah, we could have gone to Loreal products in one. So another one, and I think these might be already available in US Ulta. So L'Oreal is also coming out with Plump Ambition Hyaluron lip oils. So mainstream brands are finally apparently getting that sort of lip oil hype that I think a lot of indie brands have been doing already for the like most of this year at least. I think these are quite, how should I say, basic shades for lip oils, like they are lip oils, so I don't think they're also meant to be anything like that pigmented on your lips, but for me these aren't at least anything appealing. New volumizing lip oil. Is it the volumizing? Does this mean that's gonna sting? Volumizing lip oil that drenches lips in 24-hour hydration and glass-like shine infused with hyaluronic acid and tripeptides. I'm a bit concerned that is this one of those like burning glosses or oils because it says plumping or volumizing, which are always a bit of warning signs to me at lip products. Well, I wouldn't be anyway buying this one, so yeah, it's a skip for me, but I do think you might be able to get this if you are shopping in the US. Kryptein Cosmetics are still bringing out new products. I feel that they have been also launching quite a lot because I think they just recently did bring out two like bigger palettes. So this is called the Altar palette and it's a limited edition palette and it's a 6 shade shimmer palette. So these are marbled shades, which two of these are multi-chromes and apparently these are designed as like Christmas lights. I mean these are quite pretty shades, but I definitely I have my fair share of multi-chrome or shimmer palettes in my collection, so this is a skip for me. But I do think that because I believe Kryptein Cosmetics is a Chinese indie brand, so the prices are a bit more lower than some of the Western indie brands. So maybe if you're looking for something, an all shimmer palette in a 6 shades, because it's gonna be $48 US, so I think yeah, maybe this could be something that if you're looking for this sort of small special shade palette, this could be something to check out. more spring 2025, definitely have to say Suqqu is killing it again. So Suqqu's 2025 spring collection is here, you will see the image. The brand really does know how to do blushes that look tempting. I think it's an ombre effect. I do know that when you apply this, especially when you swirl the shades together, it's probably going to be more closer to a shade yours, like the sort of berry or the peach shade you're seeing in the pan. But yeah, the quads are a bit, I'd say, meh. I think we have seen these from Suqqu before, so the quads maybe are again something that this seems to be always with the Suqqu collection that I'm saying that yeah, the quads aren't maybe that exciting, but the blushes, and I do actually think the slim lipsticks are looking quite cool. Apparently these are going to be coming out on January 24th, so in a few months time. Check maybe, I think Cult Beauty is the best place, for example in Europe, if you're planning to buy Suqqu. But overall, again, I do think in terms of the overall aesthetics, Suqqu is killing it with this one. Okay, then something that I'm gonna be saying that indie brands really should stop this in the fact that they start teasing products like several weeks earlier, and then they like reveal something and then they go like, oh but wait, we will show you more, because I'm really like, there's now a couple of brands in this video where I'm not saying that this is like, it's not funny, and then when you have the influencers who have gotten this in PR, they also go in their videos that, oh I can already tell it's exciting, but I can't tell you because the brand hasn't really revealed it yet. So I would really wish that brands would learn that if you have something to launch, I do get it that it's nice to build some kind of hype, but I do think the limit for it is that maybe a week earlier before the launch you can show a sneak peek, and then maybe a few days after that then do the whole palette reveal or a product reveal. We're talking mostly about palettes in this case, but the fact that with some brands do is that they they will go to like almost months length of teasing and saying that oh we have this but we still can't show you everything, because I think at that point it's just getting annoying as a consumer. But anyway, first example of the fact where I'm saying that why didn't we then get the two palettes shown at once. So Arttitude Cosmetics is coming out with their end of the year collection, and the first part that they have shown from this collection is called Vintage Neutrals, and they have shown the eyeshadow palette and the brushes that they will launch. First thing I'm gonna say is that this isn't very neutral, like there's only like a few brown shades and the rest of them are colorful shades. I do have to say I like this sort of like vintage design that they have on this palette cover. I do think overall this is one of the better designs the brand has done. I also think the brushes are pretty cute. However, they are apparently doing a second palette, which they will be, the palette will have been revealed when this video probably goes live, because they said they will really, this is again one of those products that's going to be launching on Black Friday, but they will reveal the second palette during the week that they are launching the whole collection, and that's just, I think it's very dumb. And it's like, it's not fun for your consumers, so if you already revealed one palette, then just give us the other palette and we know that then we know what you are planning to launch. So yeah, not getting the neutrals vibe, but I do get the vintage vibe in terms of the colors that have been picked out. For me, this is a bit too mismatchy in terms of the color stories. When I saw this, I was thinking that I like the palette design, but the colors themselves, I would have very difficult times thinking about cohesive looks for to create with this one. But yeah, the palette is gonna retail for £39.99, and it doesn't say how much the brushes are gonna be, but I do think they are. Sorry. I think the brushes, at least previously that Arttitude Cosmetics has launched, have been pretty like recently priced. So this is going to be launching on the 28th of November. Again, that's in UK time, because Arttitude Cosmetics is a UK based brand, and they should have by the time also revealed what the second palette is going to be. But so far this is the only thing that we have seen from the collection. So another palette that is going to be launching during Black Friday, but at least this brand showed us the whole collection in a timely manner. So Unearthly Cosmetics last release for the year, and this is their holiday release, is called Just a Taste collection. So this is a vampire inspired collection. You can see it from the cover art of the palette. It's how should I say, I was like thinking that yeah, we're getting close, but something, I think it's the bright reds that might be, and then maybe some of the greens that are made me think that it kind of looks nice, but it's maybe because it is maybe leaning a bit more towards the jewel tone side of color story, so that is why this is a bit on the side of me thinking that there are kind of like parts of this palette that I do like, but not everything of it is something that I like. What else? I think there's a highlighter also and those are lip oils. So this doesn't just come out with the palette, you are also going to have a highlighter and lip oils launching with this one. So I do think I like this as a color story. This is a very good and cohesive color story, but for me it's maybe a bit too jewel tone leaning to actually get. Okay, then the second brand that I said I'm having a bit of a gripe with this brand, saying that teasing products, and then they're like that, oh, but we're gonna launch just maybe a couple of things at a time or show some sneak peeks. So yeah, Little Cosmetics announced their Spellcraft palette, and with the palette they also have some multi-chrome eyeliners. I believe there are colored mascaras and a black liquid lipstick included in this one. The palette is definitely, I think the promo images are making it look more purple, at least the influencers that I have seen getting this in PR. I think the colors are actually much more neutral leaning. So this isn't actually, I would actually go and watch a couple of review videos of this one, because the promo images are making this look much more purple leaning than it actually is in real life. For me this was a skip because I saw it and I thought that yeah, but it is still like purple leaning and I wasn't such excited about the rest of the colors that were included in this one. So for me this wasn't it, and also I'm kind of boycotting the brand for the fact that they like milked this whole month before the actual like launch, before the like they announced this and before the launch was happening. I think that's just too long of time, and that's just like, I think that's being mean to your fan base. So E.l.f. is coming out with a glowing version of their lip oils. So these are, what are these called? New Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Glimmer. These are already available on E.l.f.'s website and probably on their US retailers. I haven't yet seen these in Europe. It takes usually some time for stuff to come here. There's going to be 8 shimmery shades in this one. I'm not in a need of a shimmery lip oil, but if you're looking for a shimmery lip oil at a drugstore price, I think E.l.f. is a good brand to go to. So then a palette from Ensley that I'm now, like, I was initially very excited about this one, but then I saw some real life reviews of this one from influencers that got this on PR, and this looks a bit different in real life than in the promotional photos. So I'm gonna be doing, you will be momentarily, we're gonna cover my face, and I will be trying to get a screen capture. I will credit the influencer who I will be able to take the screen capture from, but this looks different. So you're gonna know, probably I'm gonna pop out like the image, how the promo images look. And in this image I was thinking that, yeah, considering how much I've been into neutrals, this looks great. I'm definitely getting this, and like with the shimmers and with the neutral shades, I was thinking that this is very exciting. And then there's like a burgundy looking shade in the lower corner, like I was very excited. Then I think Angelica Nyqvist had this in her, yeah, Angie got this in PR. And then when Angie showed this in her video, I was like looking at it, and now I'm gonna try to find a pop-in for image of you in a real studio lights about this palette, so you can kind of see what I'm coming from. And I was like looking at, that's completely different palette than in the image. So actually this isn't as, it's definitely like the neutral leaning in terms of the fact that what Ensley has launched, because they have come out with quite colorful palettes. But this actually has quite a lot of these kind of muted, again maybe a bit more like earthy kind of like colorful shades compared to the fact that the promo image makes this look like a complete neutral palette. Now that isn't necessarily a bad thing, and also by the way the burgundy shade that looks in the promo image looks burgundy, that's actually a pink in real life. So with this one, I don't know what they did with the like studio lighting when they photoed this, but for me this looks very different from the promo photo to what this is looking in real life. And I'm not exactly a fan of all the like matte shades that they are now included in this one. I'm really now second guessing that do I want to get this one, because this isn't a big Ensley palette, so this is most likely going to be very expensive. Monolith Shop has said that this will be on their last launch. If you're shopping indie brands in Europe, Monolith's last launch is going to be on the 8th of December. So you are able to get this in Europe before the Christmas time. However, there's just like there's like I think too much like disparity now between the promo images and how this is looking in real life. So yeah, this is getting now to the part where I'm like really considering it, because I do think that part of the cohesion why I liked this so much was that in the promo images the matte shades were looking more neutral leaning, but then in real life it seems that they are actually a bit more like, not like bright colorful, but still like colorful, so actually you probably don't get that many purely matte look, like purely that many neutral looks with this one as you the initial image would indicate. But hey, if you in the end thought based on the promo images that it was too neutral, actually maybe go and watch the first impression videos that are up on this online already, because as I said, it is a bit more on the colorful side than the promo image lets it show. Oh dear, more 2025. So MAC's Lunar New Year collection, I think this might have been leaked a bit early. So this is something different for Lunar New Year, because I think previously MAC has been doing very heavily the traditional red and yellow, what we usually see for Lunar New Year collection. But this year, because I think it is the year of the snake, because it seems that this is a bit of a, like, has a, this sort of maybe reptile theme going around it. There's also maybe a bit different products, because usually there's been a very dull brown eyeshadow palette with some red lip products, but actually this year what MAC is doing, there's a liquid eyeshadow that looks like green, there's a contour palette that has this sort of scales embossed in it, and then there's a nude red lipstick, and then there's a green lipstick, and I don't know what's in the sort of small jar that you can see in the image, but I'd say for Lunar New Year this is definitely something different compared to what we usually see from Lunar New Year collections. I'm not a person who buys MAC that much, but I can actually appreciate that this actually looks kind of cool, at least based on the packaging design. Okay, and then a Christmas palette that I'm pretty confused about the fact that this is actually very appealing, considering that it's not exactly going with the sort of general makeup trends that I've been enjoying this year. So Dede Signature, which is an indie brand that I know was on a break for a while, and I have seen that now that they have been launching stuff again, it has been looking like okay, but I haven't been like wowed anything in it. But now actually, this is the first time I went like that, oh, is that Dede Signature? Wow, they really improved their packaging and color stories. So this is, again, I think officially a Christmas collection. Again, I think this is coming out during Black Friday, so I'll beware if you're thinking about this one. And what is this called? A 20-pan all-magnetic holiday eyeshadow palette. What is the name of this one? I'm gonna look out the name for the description or the timestamp. So here it looks, Fearless Holiday. We all know that I usually say that yeah, jewel tones, as a deepening up shades in a palette I can deal with them, but maybe not in a whole palette. But something about the way this has been layered out, even though it's full of jewel tones, this is very like beautiful. Like I think just that how the sort of palette has been decided and what kind of shades they have like chosen, and yeah, and there's even a couple of neutrals in this one. So I don't know, I think Dede Signature, I'm trying to think that is it actually even a brand that I can get my hold of. I don't know, is it the brand that is sold on Monolith Shop, but dang, if this would come to Monolith Shop, I think this isn't even that expensive. If you're gonna buy this from the brand's own website, it's gonna be, as I said, launching on Black Friday on 29th. But it's only going to be $44.99. So this is actually for an indie brand palette, and considering how many shades you're getting, this is actually not badly priced. Yeah, I don't know what's so appealing about this to me, but good work for Dede Signature, because as I said, I haven't so far been that impressed. Especially I think some of the color stories have been pretty okay, but their packaging has been a bit how should I say, it has looked that it has been done a bit cheaply, but this actually looks very refined, and yeah, well done for that brand. So it's good that indie brands are also doing maybe something else than just eyeshadow. So What's Up Beauty has launched actually something a bit different for an indie brand. They are launching bronzers and blushes. And these are apparently already available on their website. I don't know, because I believe What's Up Beauty, I believe it is a brand that is something that it's stocked on Monolith Shop. If not, I still think this is something that I've seen that has been, yeah, I think, because wasn't the What's Up Beauty the one that they have done the sort of a dragon palette they did that was pretty popular, and then the one that was named after, yeah. So I think this is a brand that's available on Monolith Shop, but I don't know will these Cheeque products come, but I'm not a fan of this kind of marbled products. I'd rather have my Cheeque products be one and the same color, because that way I know that what the color is that I'm getting on my cheeks. But I do have to give them credit. The marbling looks very beautiful, and also I do think the packaging looks kind of fun, and there's actually apparently 2 Cheeque brands also. So If you have been like looking for indie brands to do something else than just eyeshadow palettes, I do think it's still a fun release from the brand and a good work from them. Okay, and then a launch that I was really like thinking that are we really seeing this from this brand? So Lunar Beauty, Menacing announced I think a week or so ago that he's gonna do a new launch, and then he said that he's first gonna do it on TikTok, which I'm not a fan of because for a multitude of reasons, but primarily also the fact that, for example, TikTok, because this was I believe launched during TikTok Live in the TikTok shop, and TikTok shop is not available in actually quite a lot of countries. You can get it in US and then you can get it in UK, but in most of the countries I don't think you're able to like access it. So that already like shows that if you launch something exclusively first on TikTok shop, it kind of shows that yeah, you don't care about customers in most of the regions in the world. But aside from TikTok shop, this is available also on Lunar Beauty's website. So this is called the Day and Night Collection Bundle, and I'm especially looking at the eyeshadow palettes and I'm thinking that Manny, you have come out with something like many more interesting things in your bigger palettes earlier. Why are we now getting these palettes? Like I was thinking initially when I saw the insides of these, when I was thinking that, are these color pop palettes? Because that was the idea that I got, and it's pretty disappointing because I actually have owned one of Lunar Beauty's neutral palettes before. It was the Medusa, the palette that had Medusa on top of it, and it was a neutral palette, but it was still like very interesting. And I think the couple of other neutral palettes that he has come out in the bigger format, those two, like yeah, they're neutrals, but there's been a twist to them. But these are just like, I even think that some of the shades look kind of like maybe repetitive to what he has in his other like previous palettes. So there's also some, I think those might be lip oils or lip glosses. Yeah, they're lip oils, and then there are some like faux lashes. This isn't a hit, so I do hope that, I don't know, maybe it was this something that many, because I do know that TikTok is something that especially with some of the bigger influencers, they can earn quite a lot of money if they sell exclusively through TikTok shop. As I said, you can get this also on Lunar Beauty's website, but it will first launch on TikTok shop. So I do know it's a good way for people to make money. So I don't know, was this some kind of contractual thing that he was contractually just given a very good deal, and Manny thought that, oh well, he's gonna just come out with something that's easy to sell. And neutral palettes, I do get it when you're selling especially to a bigger mass market, then these are probably easier to sell, especially if you're trying to make a quick buck, but for me these are a no, and I hope that maybe in the future we will see something interesting from Lunar Beauty again, because Lunar Beauty is also definitely one of those brands that they don't actually release that much during the year, so that was also why I was kind of disappointed in them, because their big palette launches have been something that people have generally been very excited for, because usually those have been quite an interesting color story, but these 9 pans are just a miss. So this Unearthly release is also something that I should have discussed earlier. So apparently indeed metallic lipsticks are making a comeback. So Unearthly is going to be launching Menacing Metals lipsticks, and there's going to be 6 shades of these. I know that the bigger eyeshadow palette we talked previously, that's going to be available on Monolith Shop last launch, but I don't know about the lip products, because with other than eyeshadow palettes there's been usually some variety what has come to Monolith Shop and what hasn't. I'm definitely not a fan of this format of lipsticks, but if you like your metallic lipsticks and you like Unearthly and some of these shades are appealing to you, then I think these are $18 each, and you can buy them at least on Unearthly's own website. Then for the last launch of the week, and this again will go to the indie brand category, it's launching on Black Friday. Actually, I think this is launching technically on the Black Friday week, but still it's a Black Friday related. So Gloss Gods is revealed their sort of holiday collection for a year, and it's called the Meat Molten Metals Holiday Collection. Spoiler alert, now I'm trying to see that if I can find the picture of this whole collection, because right now I have the video, but the eyeshadow palette you see in the video, if you got the Gloss Gods Advent Calendar, this palette will be included in the Advent Calendar. So if you have bought the Advent Calendar, don't buy this collection separately, because you will at least get the eyeshadow palette. There's also seems to be lip glosses. They have done lip glosses before, but I do believe they discontinued those. I actually tried one of the glosses, and I have to say it wasn't my favorite gloss formula, so there was probably a reason why they discontinued them. So I'm hoping now that they are bringing glosses again, that maybe this is a bit better and a more improved formula. And then they also seem to have some loose pigment included in this one. I'm kind of 50-50 that would I want to get this one, because the eyeshadow palette, like, how should I say, I feel that even because Gloss Gods is one of those indie brands that they have actually also done neutral eyeshadow palettes with special shades before in their line, and somehow comparing this to them, this doesn't feel maybe as exciting compared to some of the other palettes they have, but I'm gonna see how this is priced, and I am curious because if I would get this one, then maybe I could get their powder bronzer that they launched during the summer that I've been eyeing, and I could be interested to trying out the gloss formula to see if they improve it from the glosses that they had previously in their line. You can actually already, like when this video is gonna go out, this collection is also gonna be live already, so by the time you're seeing this, everyone should be able to buy this collection. But yeah, this is, how should I say, a very different kind of palette format they have done compared to their previous palettes. Okay, wow, so I feel that I tried to go through that really very quickly, but how should I say, there was just, it's been a bit overwhelming. Something that I did not include in this one, I'm gonna pop in the, if they have revealed the full palette and everything, I'm gonna just put the full on like collection here, but I do know that Cosmic Beauty or Cosmic Brushes, they've been teasing out a new holiday collection based on the picture. When I initially saw this promotional photo, I was thinking that I want everything, and I haven't still seen what's inside in the palette. One of the lipsticks is going to be red. They have revealed that in time when I'm filming this, but they haven't really revealed the inside of the palette. This collection based on the image is also going to include blushes, and this is I think the cream blush formula that they are having also in this holiday collection, they featured in their limited edition sort of Halloween mystery boxes that have now shipped out, and you are able to see now people reviewing the contents of the box. So this is gonna now have a second time this sort of new blush formula that they recently brought out. The lipsticks I would be curious about because I don't think they have done lipsticks before, so because I am such a fan of the eyeshadow palettes, it'd be fun to see that what the lip formula is like. However, if there's like, if both of the lip shades are very red leaning, then I might skip them because honestly, like Christmas is the only time of the year that I do kind of go and wear this kind of red lip that you're seeing today. But for the rest of the year, because using one lipstick up takes such a long time, I don't know would I want to get a red lipstick separately from this collection on its own. But I'm gonna, as I said, if the whole collection has been revealed, but based on the reveal you will see the image here, but based on just how the like design and the photographs, I'm already like thinking that I want the whole collection, even though I haven't seen what's inside of it properly. But we shall see. And this again is supposed to be launching on Black Friday, so but as I said, buckle up and maybe do some calculation what is in your budget and what is not, because I'm not sure I'm such a big fan of this concept of launching things Black Friday. I would like to maybe keep it as so that if you do Black Friday, then just do sales and include everything in it, but this may be like launching new products. Like, yeah, I know, I get it, it's a smart way, because especially from indie brands, it's usually people try to like maybe order more stuff at once, because usually their shipping, for example, can be a bit more expensive and maybe slower, but maybe this also kind of takes the joy out of Black Friday, of having these new products that aren't going to be included in Black Friday discounts, which actually means that then you probably aren't going to be actually buying that much the makeup that could be on the discount, which could be also good, then you at least don't overbuy things that you would buy maybe in a situation that you would if you would get a good deal out of them. But yeah, that probably didn't make any sense, but I'm kind of 50-50 in the fact that is it a good thing that the new brands are launching so many stuff during the Black Friday week. Comment down below, are you planning to buy any of these new products, or are some of them going to maybe to your Christmas wish list? If you like this video, push the like button, subscribe to the video, and ring the bell button if you want to get notifications from my future content. You can also find me with the same nickname, Makeup Hedgehog, on Instagram. I hope we can see you again soon in the video. Bye bye!